Hey guys, it's me, Nesha. I told you I was gonna come to you with a sickle cell update vlog. I got on the same clothes because I'm still on the couch and I still got my church clothes on, but I don't feel like changing. But last week I came to a video letting you guys know that I didn't feel the best. Um, and any of you guys that are watching this for the sickle cell purposes, I just did a video on what kind of hair this is, what hairstyle it is. So you can check that out if you're interested. But last week I did a video letting you guys know that I didn't feel the best and that I couldn't sleep because of my medication. And it's kind of been going like a whole week of me not feeling well. And if I go like a whole week of not feeling well, like my family and my husband, they start pressuring me to go to the hospital, not hospital, but go to the doctor. And I know people with sickle cell understand this, but I hate going to the hospital and I hate going to the doctor. Now, I don't have any stories about having people that are not understanding because I've been privileged enough ever since I was little to have doctors and nurses that are completely understanding. That understand that we're in pain and that you can't see that we're in pain. Um, and take care of me, not want to not give me medicine, not want to send me home and things like that. I've actually had them want to keep me longer than I want to stay. So I don't have problems with that. I just don't like going to the hospital or don't like going to the doctor. Like I feel like it's a medicine for this, a medicine for that, a medicine for this, and then they want to give you this, and they want to give you that, and then the medicine they give you has 500 different side effects, and then it's just a lot. And then I'm pretty sure other sickle cell patients have this problem, but we have bad veins. A lot of us have bad veins, like and I'm pretty small. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'm pretty small. I'm 5'5" and like maybe 130 pounds, 125, 130 pounds, somewhere in between there. I To me that's small. Everybody's always telling me, "Ooh, girl, you so little. Oh, I wish I was this size. Oh, I wish I was that size." So I guess I'm small. And whenever I go to the doctor and I'm on the scale, they're like, "I know you're not dreading getting on the scale because you are the small thing here." So, but I don't know if me being so small has something to do with my veins, but I have vein like if when they go to feel my veins, you can feel it. Like I can feel it now, but when that needle goes in, my veins get to running and hiding, and then they have to dig. Like most of the time when I go to the doctor, I have to get stuck like at least two times. I'm getting stuck. And that's because most of the time the first person can't find my vein, or it runs, or it moves, or it blows, and somebody else has to do it. The last time when I got sick 2 years ago, when I was really, really sick and I was in the hospital for almost 3 weeks, they wanted to give me a port, but something about that, I don't know. I know so many people have ports, and and it's not really a big deal, but like something about knowing what a port is to me and my husband just felt like permanent sickness. And I mean, I understand sickle cell is a disease that you have for the rest of your life, but I also have faith and I believe in God for my healing, and I understand what His Word says about that. So a port to me and my husband just was like permanent sickness, and so like I didn't want it. And then when they told me how they did it and blah blah blah, they're like, "Oh, you don't have to get stuck anymore if you get this and your veins, all this stuff." I was like, "No, thank you." So, and my doctor too. Now she hasn't mentioned it. She just would. She's like she hasn't mentioned it, so I haven't mentioned it either. But stop seeing. Sorry, talking to my daughter. But they're getting ready for bed. It's almost their bedtime. Their bedtime is 8 o'clock, and we keep them on their bedtime. It actually used to be 7 o'clock, but as they're getting older, we made it a little later. So, and it's 6:45. So they're washing up, putting on their PJs and things like that, and winding down. I'm sorry, excuse me. Um, but so like I don't like being stuck, and then like a lot of times like when I don't feel well, of course they have to check your blood, and then like the doctor normally wants me to stay for like 4 hour IV treatments and blah blah blah, and it just gets really old. Like you and everybody always says, "Why don't you want to go? You know it's gonna make you feel better." Like I don't know if it's just me or if you anybody else experiences, but when I get IV fluids, it doesn't help like right now. Like it doesn't help right now. Like when I go home, I still feel the same. Then like maybe a day or two later, then I feel better. I don't know if it's just me, but like, and then my doctor when she gives me the IV treatment, she normally puts potassium in it, and then they normally give me a B12 shot for my energy levels and fatigue and all that stuff like this. But yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the doctor because I've been having sickle cell pain all week. I mean, I always have sickle cell pain, like all the time, but I've been having um sickle cell pain that I have to take like strong meds for, like oxycodone, and tramadol is like it's not real strong. That's something that I can take like Tylenol basically. Tramadol is like my Tylenol. So, but if I have to take it every day or I have to take like my strong pain meds like oxycodone, Vicodin, Percocet, things like that, then and I have to take it or I'm down for like a week, then that means that I probably need to go to the doctor. And with me, it started with a cold. And mine always starts with like something really, really small. I can see myself and my hair is uneven. But it always starts really, really small and then like it'll carry on to something else. And that's how I got really sick before, is that it was something small and I didn't go to the doctor, and my doctor told me never in my life to do that again. She doesn't care if I think that it's stupid. She would prefer me to come to the doctor than me sit at home and get sick and I'm in the hospital almost dying like before, because that was serious. Like I never want to be sick like that again in my life. Like it was horrible. I was in the hospital for almost 3 weeks. I was in ICU for a few days. I don't remember. I think 2 or 3 of the days. People, I can't remember if it was 2 days or if it was 3 days. But I was completely out, and I don't even remember the people that came to visit me. Like I knew people came to visit me. I knew people were coming praying for me, but I don't remember it. Like my friend came twice. Like when I got out of the hospital, I was like, "Oh, my friend Jazz, she came to see me twice. She came to see me once while I was in the hospital. I'm so glad she came to see me." My husband was like, "Babe, she came to see you twice. You were just out of it the first time, and I was the second time." I was like, "Oh, I don't remember that." Like I remember, like I was. It's like I was there, and I was laying there, and I was asleep, and I could feel people around me and going, but like I couldn't do anything. Like I was in pain. It's weird. I can't explain it. I was in pain, but I couldn't feel all the pain, and I didn't know what was going on around me. Like they thought I had a stroke. But basically, what had happened was all the morphine and all the medicine that they were giving me, I ended up having pneumonia. And then, with the blood cells not taking enough oxygen to my brain, and then having pneumonia and all that other stuff that was going on, it wasn't enough oxygen getting to my brain. So basically, my body was moving in slow motion. Like they were telling me to go like this and touch my fingers, and I literally was moving in slow motion like this. I didn't know who my husband was. I knew who my children were. Like I can say what my kids' names were. I was like Leah and AJ and how old they were. But they was like, "Do you know who he is?" They pointed to my husband, and I turned really slow and looked at him, and I just looked back at the doctor like, I didn't. They were asking me, did I know where I was? Like I was completely out of it. And my husband said the night before I was doing weird stuff. Like I was getting up, going back and forth to the washroom, but wasn't using the washroom. And he was getting worried because he's like, first of all, I needed help getting up to go to the washroom because that's how much pain I was in. And he said I was trying to get up without help. Like I didn't know that I was in the pain that I was in, or I didn't know that I was just getting up, and I was just kept getting up, and then I was throwing up. It was crazy. So yeah, I don't obviously I don't. And then being in the hospital a lot as a kid, you don't like. I mean, the hospital is not a fun place. I don't like hospitals. It's not fun. I don't. Sorry guys, you can see my kind of junky kitchen in the back because we had a harvest party for the kids yesterday. That's such like not has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but that's just me. Sorry, but being stuck. Now I haven't had any, like I said, I haven't had any experience with inconsiderate. nurses and doctors that say, "Oh, you're not sick. Oh, you're okay." But I've had rude doctors and nurses, or people that treat you like you have, like if they touch you they're gonna fall apart, like, oh my god, they're so contagious. And sickle cell is not even contagious. Like, it's not contagious. Like, I cough on you, now you got sickle cell. But I had nurses act like that. And the doctor that I go to now, the doctor that's over her, she actually is a part of his practice. I had stopped going to a sickle cell doctor because he was the best in my area, and everybody's like, go to him, go to him, go to him, and I hated him. He's a cancer and blood doctor, and I don't know if it's because he deals with so many cancer patients, he doesn't have that much sympathy for the blood patients. But he's like, oh, you're okay. Thanks for coming in. So basically, he would make me come in like, if I was sick, I would have to come in every week, if not more than that, which is, I understand that. But if I wasn't sick, he had me coming in like twice every 2 weeks, like bi-weekly. And I felt like basically he was just collecting a copay. Like, sometimes he wouldn't even check my blood. Like 80% of the time he would check my blood. Like, he would come in the room for like a minute. I would love when his nurse practitioner would come in the room because she would ask me questions. I like doctors that are involved and act like they care about you, because I kind of feel like that's your job. In order to help get me healed, you have to care about me as a person. Like, you can't, oh, here's a prescription. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that kind of doctor. His nurse practitioner, she would come in, she would sit down. He wouldn't even sit on like the little doctor stool. What kind of doctor does that? Like, he would come in and be like, okay, all right, 2 weeks. No. Mm-mm. I stopped going. And then that's when I ended up getting sick. Got a cold and it went. Got sick and was in the hospital for a few days. Then it got something else and it went. And then I was in the hospital for almost 3 weeks. So, no. But then when I was in the hospital, I got introduced to one of his cold doctors. I don't know what they call them, but she works in his office, and I love her. She is a gift from God. Like, she acts like she cares. She knows how many kids I have. She knows that I have a boy and a girl. She knows who my husband is. She knows who my grandparents is. Like, it's been like what, a little bit over 2 years since I was in the hospital, and she's seen my grandparents like at two doctor's appointments. My grandfather at two doctor's appointments, and she's seen them when I was in the hospital, and she remembers them. How's your grandparents? How are the kids? Oh my God, the kids are getting big. Like, she talks about that type of stuff. So, but yeah, so I've been doing this video for 13 minutes, so I think I should wrap it up because, like, this sickle cell thing, like, you could talk, it's always something. So you can talk on and on and on and on and on and on and on about, like, me, doctors, rude nurses, and all that stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna start doing vlogs. If I do, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go to the hospital Tuesday. Not hospital, the doctor's office Tuesday, because the not being able to sleep thing, I think I'm almost ready for her to give me something to help me sleep at night, because it's no joke not being able to sleep and then getting up and still having to go about your day. It's not, sometimes it's not possible. Like, I have to call off everything. I could have business things that I have to do, and I have to be like, listen, babe, I can't do it. And he'll be like, you know what, I understand. But the medicine problem. I've been having pain like in my right side, and I don't know if that's from me taking the medicines. You know, I know like your appendix and your pancreas is over there. And the last time I was in the hospital, my pancreas was inflamed, and I think they said that was from all the antibiotics and medicines that I was taking. That sometimes that can happen. So I know, like, I've been having pains in my right side. I've been getting short of breath, which I haven't had getting short of breath in a long time. But that's been happening again. So I think I need some IV treatment and some more a B12 shot and some potassium, because I just, it's hard to explain. Like, you know, when you certain things, you know how it helps you. You just know when you need those things, and it's hard to explain that. But I'm pretty sure you guys out there who have sickle cell understand what I'm saying. I'm hoping that me sharing this with you guys is like giving somebody hope, or letting somebody know, like, you know what, it's somebody else out there who's going through it. You're not alone. If you leave messages, inbox me, like, you want to talk, you need somebody to talk to. If you're in a hospital and you're watching this and you need somebody to talk to, you need somebody to pray with you, inbox me. Like, I will do that, like, because I understand those hospital nights. I understand those sleepless nights, those painful nights. So I'm here, and my name is Nesha, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you like, you can always rate, comment, or subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Bye.